Every single day, you give your body a set of instructions. It's kind of like a code that tells it how to build, how to repair, and how to power itself. And that code? Well, that's nutrition. But what happens if those instructions are wrong? Let's dive in and find out. All right, to really understand how to build a better body, we're actually going to start by looking at what happens when the code is broken, when those absolutely essential pieces of our diet just go missing. I mean, really think about that for a second. Out of all the thousands of meals you're going to eat in your lifetime, what if just one tiny, crucial ingredient is always missing? The consequences, believe me, can be catastrophic. This image here shows a condition called marasmus. It's a really stark reminder of what happens when the body is literally starved of its most fundamental energy sources and building materials. This isn't just about feeling hungry. It's about the body lacking the fuel and the parts it needs to even sustain itself. So let's zoom in on just one of those missing ingredients, protein. When a child is severely lacking protein early on, it can trigger two very different but equally dangerous diseases. And this right here highlights a super crucial difference. See, kwashiorkor is a pure protein deficiency. But marasmus, that's a total energy crisis, a lack of protein, fats, and carbs. The body is missing both its building blocks and its fuel, and that just leads to a total system failure. Okay, so we've seen the breakdown. Now let's start building things back up, beginning with the fuels that power absolutely everything we do, our body's energy sources. The source material is crystal clear on this. When it comes to where we get most of our get up and go, it's all about carbohydrates. They are the primary fuel for our cells, no question. They are just fundamental to our daily energy budget. But listen, not all carbs are created equal. It helps to think of them like a family. You've got the simple, single-unit sugars like glucose. That's your quick energy. Then you have the double units like your basic table sugar. And finally, you get the big, complex chains like starch, which you find in things like potatoes and rice, and those release energy much more slowly. Joining carbohydrates in the energy crew are, of course, fats. So if carbs are like the cash in your wallet for quick energy, fats are your high-interest savings account. They are our long-term, super high-density energy reserve. So just how much more energy are we talking about? Well, the numbers are pretty wild. 1 gram of fat gives you about 9 kilocalories of energy. That's more than double the 4 kilocalories you get from a gram of carbs or protein. This incredible energy density is exactly why our bodies evolved to store fat so efficiently. It's the ultimate backup fuel source. Okay, so we've got our fuel covered, but what about the actual construction materials? Let's meet the body's building blocks. And yep, you guessed it, those building blocks are proteins. At their core, they're these big, complex molecules made from smaller units called amino acids. Honestly, just think of them as these incredibly versatile Lego bricks that our body can snap together to build almost anything it needs. And their job description, it's huge. They are absolutely essential for growth, for repairing tissues, and for creating crucial chemical messengers like enzymes and hormones. They are truly the body's ultimate multitaskers. They can even be used for energy if things get really desperate. And here's the point that ties it all together. When these essential building blocks are missing, the body's entire construction project just grinds to a halt. And this brings us right back to where we started, to those devastating diseases caused by a system that simply can no longer build or repair itself. So we have our energy crew and our building crew. But for any complex system to work, you absolutely need a maintenance crew. You know, the regulators and helpers that keep everything running smoothly. For us, those are our vitamins and minerals. You can think of minerals as the specific tools and hardware for your body's machinery. If you don't have enough iron to build hemoglobin for your blood, you get anemia. Not enough iodine for your thyroid to work right, you risk developing a goiter. Each mineral has a really precise, critical job to do. And it's pretty much the same story with vitamins. They act like the managers and the catalysts for all our body's chemical reactions. We've all heard the stories, right? Sailors getting scurvy from a lack of vitamin C, or the crucial role vitamin D plays in helping us use calcium to build strong bones. Without these managers, key processes just can't happen. And we absolutely cannot forget the most important member of the maintenance crew, water. It's the highway for every chemical reaction. It's our internal transport system and our temperature regulator. It is completely and utterly indispensable. So we've met the energy crew, the builders, and the maintenance team. In this final section, let's see how we bring them all together to create the master plan for success, a balanced diet. And our source material defines this perfectly. A balanced diet isn't just about eating all the right things, it's about eating them in the right amounts and proportions specifically tailored for you. This table shows exactly what for a particular person means in the real world. A toddler's energy needs are just vastly different from a teenager's. An adult who does manual labor might need 1,000 more calories every day than someone with a desk job. Our nutritional plan has to be dynamic. It has to change with our age, our activity, and our life. And so, that brings us to the final question, the one you really have to ask yourself. When you look at the code you feed your body every day, the energy, the builders, the maintenance crew, is that code writing a story of strength and repair, or is it a story of deficiency and breakdown? The answer is right there on your plate.